Hey, what's up, Full Ride Nation? We're back for another one. All y'all that don't know me, Christopher, former D1 walk-on turned starter, here to help you guys with your basketball hopes and dreams. Here for your daily motivation. Hey, listen, it's been a minute. I'm back. We're going to see what's going on. FAU Owls just got knocked out of the first round tournament. So somebody was asking me, how do I feel? What's my thoughts on the transfer portal? And for somebody like me, and I've gotten opinions from different people, other players and coaches and things. So it varies. But for me personally, I love the transfer portal. But here's the thing about the transfer portal. It's a gift and a curse. Because a lot of people are going to commit suicide by going in that transfer portal. You know, I think the transfer portal is good for you if you have great stats from the previous season. And if you don't have that, then you need to have already made an establishment with a coach. Because just dropping your name in the transfer portal, that could be suicide. Because you're leaving one team in hopes that a coach picks you up for another team. And if you don't really have any stats or anything to show for what you did the last season, then what's the coach's motivation to pick you up if they don't already know you'll have an established relationship with you? So, me personally, I wish there was a transfer portal when I played. I think that also what this does is some college coaches are some of the nastiest people you could ever meet. And they lie, they trick you, they do things sometimes just to spike the player. Sometimes coaches will recruit you and sign you just so that another team in the conference does not pick you up. And they do this with no intentions of playing you and are running you through their system. It's just to stop you from being able to compete against them. Just like Oregon, the kid from Oregon, I don't know his name, but he played at South Carolina. He ends up dropping 40 on them in the NCAA tournament and knocks him out. So now, South Carolina had a 40-point score on their team that obviously wasn't happy, wasn't playing, wasn't getting the minutes. There was something going on over there. But he drops 40 in the NCAA tournament and knocks him out. Without the transfer portal, he could have sat there and rode the bench and never lived up to his potential. You understand? So it works. I think it's a good thing because it makes the coaches have to be honest. But with good, there's bad, because now you have certain players who think that if things aren't going their way, I'll just leave. But I think that because of what the coaches have done over the years, you know, that's a necessary evil because of the unscrupulous coaches and the things that they've done. And that's just one example of things that these coaches do. The examples go further and further and further. And I'm not going to go down that bunny hole, but I just wanted to give you guys one example of why I think. And for a guy like me who transferred, who played JUCO, D2, D1, yeah, I'm all for a transfer portal, because I feel as though if you have the abilities and you want to move on, you should be able to do so without having to sit out. Because when I played, the only thing that you could do was go down. You could go from D1 down to D2, D2 down to D3. But if you went up from D2 to D1 like I did, they required you to sit out a year. If you went side to side, they required you to sit out a year. And if you went side to side in the same conference, so if you're in the ACC and you transfer to another school in the ACC, you had to sit out 2 years. That's when I played. So I love it. I think it's good. But for the players that's in college, be careful, because you could be committing suicide going into the transfer portal without a plan. If you're going to go in that portal, make sure you have a plan. So high school guys, you have to also remember that's who you're competing against as well. You're competing against other college players who've already had 1 year experience, whether they played or didn't play. They at least know how the college basketball structure is. So you as high school kids are competing against that as well. But let me tell you, just keep working on your game, keep getting better, keep improving, and you'll be seen. Full Ride Nation, y'all know the drill. Let's compete.